All right, future colleagues, dental students, listen up. You're in the thick of it right now. The exams, the practicals, the endless studying. You're climbing a mountain and graduation feels like the summit. But I'm here to talk about what's beyond that summit, the realities of the dental career that school doesn't always prepare you for. Are you dreaming about that first big paycheck, picturing the fancy car or nice house shortly after graduation? Do you feel like mastering that Class 2 prep is the biggest hurdle you'll face? If so, you need to hear this because I'm pulling back the curtain. I'm sharing the career-changing secrets I desperately wish someone had told me when I was sitting where you are now. This isn't about scaring you, quite the opposite. My goal here, aligned with everything we do on the Ryan Smith DDS channel, is to equip you with the truth, the unfiltered, sometimes uncomfortable truth, so you can make smarter decisions now, avoid major pitfalls later, and set yourself up for a truly successful, fulfilling, and profitable dental career right from the beginning. Knowing these secrets can save you years of struggling and hundreds of thousands of dollars. So let's get right into it. Number one, your student loans are an anchor dragging behind your financial future. You may know debt and student loans are bad, but it is actually worse than you think. You hear the numbers, you sign the papers, but do you really grasp the long-term impact? Here's the brutal reality. Student loans are incredibly hard to pay back because you're using after-tax dollars. Think about that. To pay back $1 of student loan debt, you might have to earn closer to $2, depending on your tax bracket. That extra amount vanishes into taxes before it can even touch your loan payment. Then, most of your loan payment is going to be paid toward interest, not even principal payback. When you're looking at average dental school debts climbing into the $400,000, $500,000, and $600,000 plus range for some private schools, that tax drag becomes monumental. It significantly delays your ability to build wealth, invest, buy a practice, or achieve financial freedom. So what's the secret? Well, be ruthlessly frugal during school. Treat every dollar borrowed like it carries immense weight, because it does. Live like a student now, so you don't have to live like one forever. Pack your lunch, drive the older car, skip the fancy spring break trips funded by loans. Every $1,000 that you don't borrow now could save you $2,000+ or more in future earnings needed to pay it back. And here's another piece of advice. Take it or leave it. Strongly consider the cost when choosing a dental school. For 99% of you, the reputation of the school means nothing. Will graduating from the fancier, pricier school realistically translate into enough extra earning potential early in your career to justify the additional $200,000 in debt? No. Choose the cheapest accredited school you can get into that provides a solid education. Your future self driving a paid-off car instead of drowning in loan payments will thank you. Take out the absolute minimum loan required. Don't borrow extra for living expenses if you can possibly avoid it. That discipline starts now. Secret number two. Clinical skills get you licensed, but it's the business skills that make you successful. Dental school drills clinical skills into you relentlessly. Perfect margins, ideal occlusion, mastering procedures, and that's essential, don't get me wrong. You need to be a good and competent clinician, but here's the secret. Being the best crown prepper in your class does not guarantee a successful or profitable career. Once you graduate, especially if you aim for ownership or even just want to be a highly valued associate, your success becomes heavily dependent on business skills. Understanding overhead, profit and loss statements, marketing, leadership, team management, case presentation, and financial negotiations. These are all the skills that will actually build wealth and allow you to practice dentistry on your own terms. Dental school teaches you almost none of this. You have to seek it out for yourself. So start now. Read business books, classics like The E-Myth or dental-specific ones. Listen to practice management podcasts during your commute or workout. Talk to practicing dentists about the business side of their practices. Learn basic financial literacy and understand concepts like production versus collection. It dramatically impacts how associates get paid and how a practice thrives. Don't wait until you're trying to buy a practice or manage a team to start learning. Begin building that foundation while you're in school. The dentists who achieve financial success and career satisfaction almost always possess strong business skills alongside their clinical abilities. Thinking like a practice owner, even when you're an associate, sets you apart and accelerates your trajectory. Secret number three. Reset your financial expectations for the first decade. There's often a perception, maybe fueled by older generations or unrealistic media portrayals, that dentists start making big money right out of school. Let me give you a reality check. You need to significantly reset your financial expectations for the first 5 to 10 years of your career. Yes, dentistry offers high earning potential eventually, but the early years are often about paying dues, both literally and figuratively. First, remember those student loans we talked about? A huge chunk of your early income will likely go towards servicing that debt, again with after-tax dollars. Second, initial associate salaries, while decent compared to some professions, are often not that astronomical figure you might imagine. You're still learning, building speed, and providing value. Your compensation structure, salary or percentage of production or collection will vary. Dental students heavily underestimate the clinical skills you need and how hard you need to work actually to make good money. Third, if you plan to buy a practice, which is often the path to greater autonomy and financial reward, that requires significant capital for down payments, working capital, and potential renovations or upgrades to technology. You'll need to save aggressively, which is further reducing your take-home pay in those early years. So the secret here is patience and perspective. Don't expect to be living large immediately after graduation. The first decade is often about building clinical speed and confidence. Aggressively paying down student debt, saving for future opportunities like practice ownership, and learning the business side of dentistry. Resisting the urge to inflate your lifestyle too quickly, keeping up with the Joneses, is very crucial. Live modesty, focus on debt elimination, and saving and build a strong and solid foundation. The significant financial rewards in dentistry typically come later, built upon the smart decisions and sacrifices made in these initial years. Secret number 4, burnout is real. Start developing great habits now. Dentistry is an incredibly rewarding profession, but let's be blunt. It can also be incredibly demanding, physically and mentally. The potential for burnout is very real, and it doesn't suddenly appear 10 years into practice. The seeds are often sown much earlier. Think about it. You're dealing with patient anxiety, managing complex procedures, often in tiny increments, handling staff dynamics, facing insurance frustrations, and potentially the stress of business ownership. Physically, you're often contorted into awkward positions, leading to neck, back, and shoulder issues if you're not careful. The secret isn't to ignore this reality, but to proactively build resilient habits starting now in dental school. Don't wait until you're already feeling overwhelmed. Get physically strong. Seriously, regular exercise, particularly strength training focused on your core and back and posterior chain, can dramatically reduce the physical strain of clinical practice. Learn proper ergonomics now and practice them religiously in the sim lab and clinic. Your body will thank you for decades to come. Learn how to manage stress effectively. What works for you? Is it exercise, meditation, mindfulness, or hobbies, or things that totally unrelated to teeth? Find healthy coping mechanisms now. Don't rely on unhealthy outlets. Practice setting boundaries with your study time and with your work schedule later. Prioritize your sleep. It's critical for your function, for emotional regulation, and your physical recovery. Understanding that dentistry is a marathon, not a sprint, is key. Build these physical and mental resilient habits early on, or they'll not only help you prevent burnout, but likely significantly improve your enjoyment of the profession and your longevity in it. Now let's talk about secret number 5, mentorship. It is non-negotiable. You cannot navigate this profession successfully alone. Dental school provides instructors, but true mentorship goes way beyond that. Finding experienced dentists who genuinely care about your growth and are willing to share their knowledge, both clinical and non-clinical, is absolutely critical. Mentorship is not a nice to have. It's the rocket fuel that fuels your career trajectory. The secret is to be proactive and intentional about finding mentors. Don't just wait for someone to take you under their wing. Identify dentists whose careers, clinical skills, or practice philosophies you admire. Reach out, ask for an interview, go to lunch. Dentists generally love to talk about their experiences. And make sure you offer value. Maybe you can help them with something in their practice, and maybe offer a fresh perspective. Seek out different types of mentors. You might need a clinical mentor who can guide you through a complex case, or a business mentor who can provide expertise on business and practice management and finances. Perhaps even a personal mentor who can offer perspective on navigating the demands of the profession while maintaining a fulfilling life outside of dentistry. A good mentor can help you avoid costly mistakes, accelerate your learning curve by years, and open doors to opportunities and provide invaluable support and encouragement when you face challenges. Don't underestimate the power of learning from those who have already walked the path that you're on. Start building those relationships now. So There you have it. 5 critical secrets I wish I'd fully understood back in dental school. Master your loans, build business skills alongside your clinical ones, set realistic financial expectations, cultivate some resilience, and actively seek mentorship. I know this might feel like a lot to think about on top of everything else you're juggling, but internalize these realities now and take small, consistent actions. It can fundamentally change the trajectory of your career and your life. Now, I want to hear from you. For the current dental students watching, what's your biggest question or concern about life after graduation that we didn't cover? And for the practicing ones tuning in, what's your one crucial secret you wish you had known when you were a student? Share your thoughts and wisdom below. Let's create a valuable resource right here. If you found this helpful, hit the subscribe button. We're dedicated to providing actionable insights that help dentists thrive. Take what you learned today about the realities beyond dental school and start implementing these strategies. Be frugal, be a lifelong learner of business, be patient financially, build your resilience, and find your mentors. This will help you build a practice and a career that serves you, one that's more profitable and enjoyable. That's the goal. It starts with making smart decisions early. Let's keep working together to make dentistry fun, fulfilling, and rewarding. Subscribe so you don't miss the next strategy, and I'll see you soon.